What's up, guys, and welcome back to Planners and Wine. My name is Meg.
And I am Myra. Welcome back to another week.
Yes, and happy April. I cannot believe that we are in the fourth month of 2023. This year is just absolutely flying. I can't.
I know we missed the opportunity to do a prank yesterday, but it's fine.
I mean, here's the thing. At this point, who is really still falling for April Fool's Day pranks on the internet? What, really, Myra?
I
I'm guilty
legit when
too.
I said in my stories that I have to get off because I'm very, very gullible.
Okay. That's fair.
I legit
That's
like
fair.
Kristen put out. Do y'all remember this reel Kristen put out of her like undoing a customized like keychain or something? I really
Was
thought
it
that was
last year?
real. Yeah,
She
yeah, it
did
had
what
been
she did
last year.
last year was very believable. It was. It
Yeah,
was. But
I'm
I
like,
think this year I'm
wow,
just
how do
so
you do
hyper
that?
aware. This year I think I'm just so hyper aware of like April Fool's Day and like expecting the foolery from like the planner community that I didn't fall for anything. And I'm very proud of myself. I felt like everything was very obvious, but that's just me.
I guess I must be too trustworthy. I don't know.
That's the
Which is
Hufflepuff in
kind of
you.
weird.
That's the Hufflepuff in you being very
The
trusting.
5%.
The
Yeah.
5% of Hufflepuff. Yep. Exactly. Exactly. But yeah, guys,
Yeah.
I feel like April Fool's Day is so obvious sometimes. But it was nonetheless fun in the planner community. I'm really looking forward to only plans coming from team Go Wild. This needs to happen.
That was good. That was really, really
Mm-hmm.
good.
That's very good.
Hilarious. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. I saw,
Yeah.
did you see
Maybe
the
next
Happy
year.
Planners thing that they did?
I did not.
It was like they had an ad, and the ad was like everywhere. And the ad, and like I saw it on Facebook, and it came, I think, to my email inbox, and it was on their Instagram, where they were like 0% off sale items, and then then they added a 4 to make it 40% off. So it was just kind of
Was
crazy.
that a prank or a genuine mistake?
I think it was a prank. It was a prank. It was
The way
definitely
the
a
girls
prank.
still would have flocked, like, use my link for the new Happy Planner sale. It
Literally,
still would have happened.
literally. Oh my gosh, that would
Oh
have been
my
so
gosh.
funny.
Hilarious. I
But
like
yeah.
when the brands do the April Fool's joke. It's always
Me
cool.
too. It's
Yeah.
cute. It's cute. And
It's a
I
good
like
laugh.
April Fool's jokes that don't go for too long. Like this other
Mhm.
person, I can't remember who it was. This person I follow, they put up a joke. I can't remember. I don't even remember what the joke was. I just know that they like pretty immediately said in the bio that it was just a joke, which I
Mhm.
appreciate. Like you don't have to keep it going for like hours or nothing like that. Like you can let people like in on the joke immediately. Still fine, still funny. Dang, I wish I could remember what it was. I don't
Yeah.
know what it was.
I
I can't
mean,
remember.
the day is fine. Like I don't like people who like build it up until the day of.
Mhm. Mhm.
I don't like that. But like, I mean, if you're
Yeah.
gonna do the joke and let it last the day, like to the
It
afternoon or
depends on
something,
what the
like
joke
cool.
is. It depends on
Yeah.
what the joke is for sure. Yeah. Cause some jokes, yeah, I'm with you. They can go for the whole day, but some jokes I need to know immediately that this was a joke. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be annoyed.
Yeah. Cause Stony Clover got me too, cause they were like, "Oh, we're gonna make a diner," which is cute, and it's like on brand for them. That's why I was like, "Oh, y'all gonna do that?" But come to find
Mhm.
out, it wasn't an actual diner. It was just a collection.
Oh, okay. At least it was something though. At least it wasn't just nothing, you know?
Yeah, it was on
What
brand,
was
which
it?
is cute.
Was it Little
This is
Words
the
Project?
collection.
Oh, that's really
Stony
cute.
Clover. Yeah, but the joke was, hold on, let me go back to it. They were gonna have a diner menu thing in New York. I'm like, "Oh, that's cute." Like, it's on brand for them,
Yeah,
but
that is cute. That is cute.
it was a joke.
Okay. Little Words Project had a joke that they were opening up a store in Dallas, but then they said April Fools. Our Texas store announced it may be a joke for now, but they kind
That
of
ain't
alluded to it's
cool.
coming. I think it is coming. I don't think they would
Yeah.
say that. I don't think it's coming like today, But
Yeah.
I
It's in
think
the
in the
works.
next couple months,
Mhm.
I think that was just them hinting that it's definitely in the works. I just do not see them putting that out there and it just being like nowhere in the plan because they were so particular with the location and everything. I think it was a hint.
Yeah. That would be
I
really
think it
cool.
was a
I
hint.
wish I lived in like a city like that. One of those, well, not really, outside of the city like that, because I learned very quickly in DC, I'm not a city girl. But I
Mm-mm.
would like the
Mm-mm.
opportunity to have a place to go and shop these like stores like
I
this. And they only be
know.
in those big cities.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Which makes sense for them from like a business standpoint, but
Yeah.
totally sucks for us. I could see them making one. I don't know if they have a Little Words Project store like Nashville, but I could definitely see it coming to Nashville
Yeah.
because
I feel like Nashville is pretty
yeah.
big. Yeah,
I
for
mean
that.
that and like, apparently we're like the number one destination for like bachelorette parties, which is a very weird stat to have. And I never would expect it to be like Nashville over Las Vegas, New Orleans, Miami.
It's probably
But
the
we're a very
cost.
big bachelorette.
Mhm,
Yeah, I think the cost has something to do
mhm.
with because these it's definitely more cost effective. And it's a lot of stuff to do in Nashville if you're like young and white. So it makes sense. I hate to be so blunt. I didn't know how else to put that.
There should be parties like that's not like bachelorette, but like I guess
Mhm.
that's just a girls trip. Never mind. I just answered my own
Yeah.
question. Yeah,
Well,
it's
oh
just a
yeah,
regular girls
yeah.
trip. Yeah, but yeah, I
Apparently,
think that's cool.
Arizona has become a very big destination for girls trips. I've been seeing lots of girls trips in Arizona on TikTok.
Where Micah lives.
Girl, don't even get me started on Micah. Don't
Not disown
even.
the whole state because she from
Literally.
there.
Arizona is down there with Florida because purely off for the strength of Micah and how trash she is from Love Is Blind season 4.
Oh my gosh. But yeah.
I can't. But we'll
Love
talk
the
about that
jokes.
later.
I love when the brands does the April Fool jokes. I think they are cute,
Mhm.
but sometimes I have to log off because I am pretty gullible.
Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair. So let's talk about our weeks and weekends. Myra, how was your week?
Uh, do you want to start?
Yeah, sure. My week was pretty good. Nothing too well. My week had ebbs and flows. Let me backtrack because
Mm,
there were some very very low points and some very very high points, which we will get into a little bit later in the show. But I mean, overall in my personal life, my week was pretty fine. We had some kind of crazy weather on Friday night, but then the sun was out on Saturday, so it's just feeling like springtime you know,
yeah,
for
y'all
the
got
good
that crazy
and the
weather
bad.
too.
We did. We did. So
Yeah,
on Friday
whole
night, we literally
Midwest
like,
kind of.
yeah, we like went to like our closet to like kind of like just for safety precaution, just as a
Hmm.
safety precaution. We just kind of hung out in there in our master room closet for like 20 minutes when the storms and stuff got really, really bad. But yeah, made the best of it. Things like that are always interesting when you have a little kid to do it with because it
Yeah,
makes it feel like we were camping. So,
yeah. I mean, I think that's a good thing. You can kind of spin it into something fun when they're that young,
mhm,
but while still like kind of explaining the seriousness of why we're doing
yeah,
this. But
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah,
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
yeah.
How was your week? Share as much or as little as you would like to.
It just was it was just not a good week for me. Like
Yeah.
I most of it is just work. But it was like
Mhm.
little other things that just popped off that just kept putting cherries on the shit cake. So yeah, I had a moment Friday, which I'm like, of
Mhm.
course it's like high winds and power going
Mhm.
out. Like I just cannot just like let me be great. Let me just chill and have my moment. Let me have it.
Yeah.
But I couldn't
You know
because of the
what?
weather.
I have a question. A very serious question. Do you control the weather via your emotions? Because it's not a coincidence to me that the weather got crazy this week when you were not feeling your best. I think you might have did that. It might be like a storm from X-Men type of thing. Let us know.
What's the next topic?
Dang.
Myra doesn't want to reveal her superpowers, and that's totally fine.
Maybe
Okay.
I'm an X-Men super mutant. Who knows? But don't mess around and find out. I
Ooh,
think some people this
eh,
week had to mess around and find out.
ooh, F around and find out. Period. Well, I hope your week got better, Myra. I know
It
everybody has
did. It
days and weeks
did.
like that. It sucks.
Yeah. It does suck, but it's like, you just have your moment and kind of move on. Honestly, I
Mm-hmm.
feel like this week, like I just forgot that I was a bad bitch. And I
Ooh,
just had to remind myself again. So now I'm good.
period.
Yeah.
Period.
Sometimes you just need to have a moment and be like,
That's
you know
very
what?
fair.
I must have forgot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you, girl. Don't forget next time, write it on your mirror or write it. Oh, I wish could we like write it on the inside of our glasses so like only we can see it. That would be cool.
That would somebody need
That
to
would be
come up
cool.
with that because that would be really cool.
I know, I know. But yeah, something fun that we did this weekend with our friends. We attended Tisa's blinging class on Saturday morning. If you are not familiar with This is Tisa on Instagram, she is amazing. We got to hang out with her and go wild, and we just absolutely adore her. And so she had a blinging class where she instructed us on how to bling a very, very cute cup. Literally sent us all the supplies that we needed and walked us through it step by step and came out so cute. Myra, have you finished your cup yet? How far along are you?
I'm not done. I finished the outsides. I still gotta like do the scatter and the color part, the green part.
Mm,
That's it.
gotcha.
Everything else
Gotcha.
is done. But yeah, it took me a bit longer than Meg because Meg just went with M, and I
Look,
went with
I
my whole name,
I am a rule follower. Okay, on her
which I
on
did
the
not
sign
read.
up, she suggested that if you are a beginner like I am, who I have literally never blinked anything. She was like, if you're a
Mhm.
beginner, maybe just go with one letter. So that's what I did. But I mean, I wouldn't put you in necessarily the beginner category
Yeah,
either. Like you've blinked a couple things at this point. I just knew the way my patience was set up, I need to start slow. So I
yeah,
just did my little M. If you're watching the video, you can see it. It turned out so cute. I'm
it's
in
so
love with
cute.
it. I
It's a
love
light
it.
purple color, and the
Mhm.
rest is what would you call that? Like a silver blingy. It's
Silver,
cute.
yeah, it's very
Maybe you
cute.
should watch the YouTube video so you can see, but it is very cute. I love it.
Period.
It's
Me
really cute.
too. Me too. I
And I
can't wait to
think
see yours
this
once it's all done.
yeah, I'm gonna totally post it. I just so happen to have this is the first class that I did with her,
Oh, that one
and
is
it's very
good.
simple with
Is it honeycomb
gunmetal.
all the way
This
through?
is all
Mhm.
honeycomb, yeah.
Mhm.
And this will give you false hope because I was like, "Oh, I can do this." And then you figure out like scatter method and it's like, "Oh, this is something else." But the class
Yeah.
that we did over the weekend, I think is perfect for beginners. Like do what Meg did and
Mhm.
just do the one letter. But you
Mhm.
get like all different kinds of methods with that project. You get the
Yes.
scatter, you get the
Yep.
honeycomb, you get like line, and you get to feel and kind of get some tips on how to do it all. So
Agreed.
yeah,
Agreed.
I think
Yep.
that class is
Yep.
perfect for that.
Me too. Did you hear when I was like, "Ooh, is that honeycomb?" I felt like such a blinker, like a
You
pro.
are.
I knew
Yeah.
my references.
Yeah. I like it. I like
Yes.
the way honeycomb looks too. It looks
Mhm.
uniform and it's just I think it's really cool. But the scatter
It's
method
so
is really,
cool.
really pretty because it just
Mhm.
like reflects off of each other and it just looks good.
It does. It does look really, really good, and I absolutely love this project. I cannot wait to be in another of Tisa's classes. If you guys have the opportunity, definitely sign up if it's something that you might
Mhm.
be interested in because it's really fun. You get to learn a lot, hang out with Tisa, have some friends, join the same class as you. That's what we did, and it
Mhm.
was such a great time. It was so fun.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting because I was talking to Chuck about that. Like I think blinging is one of those crafts that like anybody can do.
100%.
Like, I know a
Mhm.
few of y'all in our friend group was like, "I don't think Imma go full blown blinger and, like, buy the stuff,
Mhm.
but I'll sign up for another class if I wanna do one project."
Yep.
And then it's some of us that's, went full blown on blinging. Like, it's something that
Fair.
anybody can pick up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think so
Yeah.
too. I think so too. I don't think I mean, obviously there is skill involved, but it's like it's like a skill that you can learn. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Obviously you can learn pretty much any skill, but I don't think this is a hard a super super at least, not what we were doing. It was definitely
Yeah.
very good for beginners just doing a couple of different methods. Yeah, and it was just a great time. I highly recommend it and I cannot wait for the next class. Shout out to Tisa bringing blinging like
Yeah.
fully into the planner community. I love this.
Yes, I love it. It reminds me of, like, paint and sip. Like, that's
Mhm.
something that anybody can pick up, you know?
Yeah, agreed.
But yeah,
Agreed.
love it. Check it out.
Yeah, check it out. Okay, so quarter one of 2023 is officially over. Let's have some planner chat. Let's talk about what planners work for us, what planners didn't work for us, the lineups we are looking forward to for Q2. What is changing in your line? Well, I guess let's start at the beginning. What planners worked for you this quarter, Myra, and what didn't?
Oh, what worked for me? Do you want me to go with what I started with?
Yeah.
Okay, only thing that worked for me that I started with was Notion.
Okay. Well, that's
It's
fair.
the only thing that I was like, this is my lineup that stuck around
Mhm.
is Notion. But y'all know
I
how I
love
feel
it.
about Notion. Can kind of
Yep.
and I've tweaked it since the beginning, like make it into
Yeah.
what I like. And that's why it sticks around because I can change it, you know?
Yeah, that's fair. I love
So
it. I love it.
yeah.
So what didn't work for you? So what were you using at the beginning that you're not using at least right now?
I wouldn't even say it didn't work. It just kind of phased out. Like the Hobonichi weeks I was using. I just like to kind of decorate it. I don't really put like too much planning in there.
Mm,
Um, and it worked for that purpose, I
yeah.
guess. I tried to do like planning and like catch all. It just wasn't given for catch all, I guess.
Yeah,
I
I
just
understand that.
my handwriting's too big.
Mm,
But I do love decorating it. Daily
it's so
Duo,
cute.
yeah. Daily Duo, she comes and goes. I'm
Yeah,
not in a season where I need something every single day, but
right.
I was like right before. I think she serves her purpose. So I think she'll always be around because sometimes
Mhm.
I'm just like that kind of crazy hectic where I need to be like, okay, today, this time, let me break all this stuff down. And just Q1 just wasn't that for me.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
up
that
until
makes
March,
sense.
which was like 30 years long.
And I was about to say March was too fast to even write everything down.
Mm-mm. I
It was a
I
blur.
didn't use much in March, not much at all,
Mm-mm.
just because
Mm-mm.
it's just too chaotic.
Yeah.
But yeah, January, February, I didn't really need Daily Duo. So yeah, those were the ones that didn't like really stick around.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah, for me, I would say what really worked for me was my Hobony 2 weeks. That was pretty much the only planner that I was like 100% consistent in. I think I maybe had a week or so that I didn't fill out in it, but I was able to pick it right back up after go out and I've been using it ever since and it's really just been keeping me on track as like my little baby tiny catch all. Putting all the things in there. Like you said, nothing really didn't work, but some things just kind of fell off as I got busier.
Mhm.
Y'all know I was so heavily in my hourly planner, really for like the last like 4 to 6 months of the year. And I have just not been consistent with it as of this year. I think I always get like this towards the beginning of the year. I just get so excited for what's to come than what I was previously using. I just kind of lose interest in it. Plus, being really super busy, I haven't been buying kits that much lately because I have a ton. I really want to get through those. So it's just a whole combination of things for why I haven't been using my life planner that much lately. What else? I do still have my Hobonichi cousin A6 that I'm using as like a memory keeper, but that was just never a daily planner anyway. It's always just been as fun things are going on. I'm just filling it out. So I've still just been doing that. But not super consistent. So yeah, for me, really just the hoping each weeks is my main squeeze. And that's the main thing that I'm taking into Q2. But also being added to both of our lineups for Q2 is our Laurel Denise planners, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah, she came in Q1 for me around
Mhm.
February, and she giving. I've been kind of
She's
playing
giving.
around each month. Like the first month, I kind of did content. only,
Mhm.
and then the second month was like a catch-all. And
Mhm.
I don't know, Imma have to try again for a catch-all in April, but,
Yeah.
with March, because I have the dated first. I just got the undated one.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
the original dated has the weekends stacked on top of each other, and it just was not
Mm.
for a
Yeah,
catch-all,
for
it just
you.
was not gonna work
Yeah.
for me. But I'll try it again in April as a catch-all to see if having their own individual boxes will be a bit more helpful.
Yeah.
But, it's how I plan. It's the way I think. Like,
Right.
when I sit down to plan with any other planner, I'm pulling up GCal. So for it
Right,
to, like,
right.
have that monthly view right there with the weeklies, it just work.
I agree. I love it. I really, really love it. I don't think I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna use mine for. I am like in March, I used it as more of like a catch-all, and now in April, I am using it for just like personal content, planners and wine content type of thing. So I just want to see how that works for me. Like I don't think I could use it on a daily basis because honestly, because of the size, at
Mhm,
least at this point, I need a little something a little bit more compact. Like I don't want to, even though it's not heavy, it's just not what I want to be taking to work and things like that.
mhm.
But that's a good place for my Hobonichi weeks to fill in. So yeah, we'll
Yeah.
see. But I'm excited. I love planners. I love all things planners. I'm super excited about all the new planners that are coming up. I actually ordered a new planner that I think I want to use for work. So I hadn't been using the planner pretty much at all for work this whole year so far. I just been using like a plum paper notebook, which I love and has been working, but I think I do need like a calendar and some weekly spreads in it. So I bought a is it? Yeah, I bought a calendar year day designer. So their calendar year planners are like half off right now, even though it's only April. So I bought one, like the weekly one, just to test out and see how it works for work. I figure the weekly one's not gonna be nearly as heavy as the daily one. And I got the
Mhm.
mini of it. So I can't wait for that to come in so I can try it out as a work
Yeah,
planner.
definitely let us know how that works. I
Mhm.
just bought a new planner too from Paper Test Designs.
Oh, I haven't
It's
heard of
like
that.
yeah, because I was looking up, was it Hobonichi Weeks, like, kinda spreads just to kinda
Is
get
that the
inspo and stuff.
planner? Yeah, you were talking about in our
Mhm.
Patreon group? Okay, gotcha. I
Yeah.
have heard of
Yeah. Cause yeah, like, when I
it.
first found it, I went to go look for it, it was kinda sold out, and they brought it back. Um And, I had to spend a little penny because it's coming from Germany, but,
Mhm.
I'm excited to get into it. I was gonna start it in April. I think I'm probably gonna
Yeah,
use that for work because it has a lot of, like, habit trackers and checklists and stuff
right.
like that, and I keep up with a lot of different people's workflow, so I think that would be perfect to have, like, kind of a checklist
Yes.
thing on there, so we'll see.
That's
I think
awesome.
it's
And that
cute.
one came in
Yeah.
super quick too, considering it was coming all the way from Germany, right?
Yes, I'll just say that because like, the American shots gotta come on. Come on, I shouldn't be getting something in 3 days from Germany, and it take y'all
I know.
3 months. It ain't the math ain't mathing.
The math is not mathing. The math is not
But yeah, it came
mathing.
really
That's
quick. But I
true.
think she already had, like, the stuff, like, ready to go kinda thing and just was, like, shipping it out. And I'm sure she probably does, like, because I know Irene from Simply Gilded does this, like, she will ship out international stuff first just to give it a
Mhm.
little bit more time. So I'm wondering if that would happen with
Hmm,
that planner, but 3 days, y'all.
that's
I didn't
wild.
spend, like, extra shipping, like, expedited. It was just
Yeah,
whatever the get it to the US cost was, and I got it in 3 days.
that's amazing.
It's so
Hmm.
good.
Well, I'm
Better
excited
than
to
Amazon at
see.
this point.
Well, come on. Can somebody be better than Amazon? Because Amazon is like killing everybody right now. Like, what do y'all need to do to get on Amazon's level? Figure it out. Not, and I'm not even putting the
Honestly
expectation on small shops. I'm saying
yeah.
like the Targets and the WalMarts of the world are not on Amazon's level.
Honestly, I get stuff from Target faster than Amazon, and it could be, like, where I am,
Really?
like, maybe the hub,
Okay.
like, I don't get 2-day shipping from Amazon anymore. Like, it's rare.
Mm,
It's taking, like,
that's
4
wild.
days.
I think it's
Yeah.
the hub thing because there's some
Yeah.
stuff I can order today and I will have it tomorrow. Not
Yeah.
everything, but some stuff on Amazon for sure. But even Target is not that bad. Like if I order something from Target today, I'll have it in like 3 or 4 days, top. So that's not
Mhm.
horrible, but that's wild. That
Mm.
is wild. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for new planners to be coming out. Oh, you know what? We can talk about what didn't work for us. So I told y'all I ordered a happy planner, right? Dashboard layout.
Girl, oh my god, I forgot about this.
I wrote in it out of one time. I don't think I can do it. I don't
Y'all should have
it just ain't
downloaded that
working.
voice note she
It's not
sent
working
after
for me.
this.
Yeah, I did drag a little bit. Voice note. I didn't
I
mean
mean, when
to.
you come from certain qualities of paper, it's hard to go back down. Like, no shade, we all know this is the reason why Happy Planner is so affordable because they ain't
Mhm.
got the top notch paper and they stuff. Like, that's just facts.
I mean, it's just a fact. It's just a fact
Yeah.
at this point, and yeah, I just cannot do the paper. I just do not like the paper at all. It just does not work. And not even just that, I think I'm just out of the disc bound mode at this point. I haven't used
Mm.
disc bound since like early last year. I think my last disc bound was like a half letter. I think I'm kind of over the disc bound in general right now. So then disc bound combined with Happy Planners paper, mm-mm,
Do you think the layout has
mm-mm.
something to do with it too? Because I know
Mm-mm.
yours was like a dashboard.
Mm-mm. No,
Dashboard just doesn't do it for
I
me.
I don't think that I don't think it, I think that yes, the dashboard layer did not work for me, but I don't think any of the
Mhm.
layouts will work, to be honest, because I just don't like it. like I think it's just not gonna work for me no matter what right now. I don't know what it is. I just couldn't do it. So I don't know. I might give it a try because I did get like a undated also that I found at Joanne, a dashboard undated, so I could start it right away because I just knew
Mhm.
I was gonna like it. But maybe when the planner actually starts in July, maybe I will retry it then. Maybe I'll like it
Yeah.
more when it's already dated. So it's not totally out of the lineup, but she gonna be on the shelf until July, and then we will revisit her. But
Yeah, I mean, the good thing is you still have a few months.
mhm.
I mean, also the good thing you didn't really spend too much and you can give it to Mason.
That's the thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I think I did spend too much, but it's fine.
Well, facts, because it was full price on the website. Yeah.
Yes, it was only like
Mhm.
15% off on the website, which is like nothing, but
Yeah, then you go
you
into
know,
Joann's and they 40% off.
girl, exactly. Exactly. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm excited to maybe give it a revisit in July when the actual planner starts. And I don't have to like date it and worry about doing all of that. But as of right now, it's a no. It's a no.
Also, I wish I would have known you were getting a undated one to start immediately because you can just use it's an 18-month. You can use like some months in whatever, what's the next year, 2024, and just change the month. Like you don't even have to go through the whole undating because it will
And
match up.
I kinda did that. So I kinda like took the dashboards that were like later in the planner and
Hmm.
like moved them ahead. So the dashboards would be like now, but then I
Hmm.
would just have to like date the weeks or whatever. But yeah, I found that dashboard, that undated dashboard, Joanne, and it was on sale. It was literally like $15. So I wasn't that pressed
Yeah.
about it. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's a no for
Yeah.
right now. We're gonna
I
see.
think maybe the appeal is just kind of, at least for me, like the appeal for me was the Frankenblenny.
Yes, yes,
Because that's
for
just a
sure.
creative outlet, to be
It
honest. Like,
is, it's
yeah.
fun, and it turned out really, really cute, like, I love the cover
Hmm.
I got, the disc I got. I mean, it's a really, really cute planner. I just think I'm just out of disc mode, and I just cannot with this paper. So, we gonna see. Mhm. I
This
just
has
want
been
better.
your, you know, our happy planner corner for the week.
I mean, I literally was like, "Oh," last week, I was like, "Yeah, I'm trying Happy Planner." This week, I'm like, absolutely not. I'm over it." So, but what that's life, I guess. But I just
Mhm.
kind of wish that, like, you know how EC has like the EC planners on their website, and those are like top of the line, top quality. And then they have the
Mhm.
planners that maybe like in Target or something, which is not the same quality website, but it's still pretty decent quality. But you're
Mhm.
getting what you pay for. It's a cheaper price point in Target, so it's not going to be the exact same, Mohawk paper that they have on the website.
Mhm.
I wish Happy Planner had the capability or desire to do something like that to where you could get like premium paper on their website, but then when you go to retailers like Target and Walmart and stuff and get their stuff, it's just slightly less because of the price point. But it's you're gonna get what you're gonna get with Happy Planner. So
Yeah, I think they kinda cornered that whole, cute, cheap, affordable market.
mhm.
So, yeah, I mean, it would be cool for the planner people for them to have a higher price point, but I don't
I
think you're
know.
gonna get as many options,
No. Mm-mm.
unfortunately.
No. And
'Cause that's the
honestly,
benefit of being cheap is you get
mhm.
to release so much stuff.
Yeah, but it's like I've seen other brands, change up their paper and stuff. So, but like you said, I don't think Happy Planner cares about that.
I don't think we're in the demographic. Like, I get they're a part of the planner
Mhm,
community, but I mean, even like the packaging, like, they changed the packaging. I don't know if you
mhm.
like seen the front of it. It's like explaining like how to use this layout, how to,
I didn't even pay attention to all
that ain't for
that.
us,
That's
like
wild. Yeah, that's
that's
wild.
marketing to people who are new.
Who have never used that planner
Yeah.
before. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So
so
I think
true.
that's where their move are. Plus that's a
Yeah,
lot of waste, personally.
it is. It
You
is.
could have just used a QR code on there and it's like 4 pieces of paper on the front. Like, why?
True. That's true. But at least they got off that little sticky thing that used to be on the front. They used to have a
Oh
sticky
yeah,
that was
that was annoying.
attaching
Yeah.
the paper to the cover, and it would take
Mhm.
like a year to get the sticky off the cover.
Mhm.
So no, so gross.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is the planner chat. I am looking forward to more planners coming out, and obviously lunch season is fast approaching. So we will be talking about all things lunch season in the next coming weeks. We're so excited. So much cute stuff is coming out.
Yes.
Mhm.
So much cute stuff. I
Yep,
can't wait.
me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
I guess let us know how you feel about the first sneak from EC since that dropped before
Oh
this
yeah.
episode did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let us know. Chime in, comment on our Instagram post, or if you're in the Patreon group, talk about it in the Patreon group with us. We would love to get you guys'
Mhm.
thoughts on
As y'all
this.
will. I'm sure y'all will.
Mhm. Very interesting. Yep.
Yeah.
So ticket sales for tickets are officially on sale for the Chicago Planner Conference. No, never mind. They're not on sale. They released the ticket price and the dates. So if you are an alumni, which is somebody who has been to Chicago Planner Conference before, I'm assuming
Mhm.
just the 2021, or do you think it's for like any of the Chicago Planner conferences?
I'm wondering any, because isn't WoW any?
I don't know.
Oh,
I
I
have
just
no
made that
idea.
up. Don't
Check the
don't listen to
website,
me. Yeah.
ChicagoPlannerConference.com
I mean, we
to
will fit
find
as
out.
alums.
Yes, we will fit as alums either way, whether it's
Yeah.
forever or whether it's just the last one. So
Mhm.
yeah, the alum sale is May 1st through the 7th, and then the general admission sale is May 8th. Looking at their fact page on their website, it looks like they are looking to sell a little over 500 tickets. So if you want a ticket, definitely don't wait too long. The ticket price will be $375 plus processing fees. That really did not go up a crazy amount since the time when me and Myra went. It went up about $125, which is literally like 3 years later.
Mhm.
Inflation, things are very expensive. Speakers, things like that are very expensive. So that is definitely to be expected. I don't think it's a bad cost at all. And yeah, I'm interested to see who will be purchasing a ticket and going to CPC.
Yeah, it has been confirmed. If you've ever been to CPC, you can get in at the
Oh,
alum price.
nice. So you don't have to have gone to the last one, just any of the previous Chicago Planner. So I'm
Mhm.
just assuming they must have an email list of prior attendees or something, and I would think that they probably send out like an email
Send out an
blast to
email.
them
Yeah.
when the ticket is available to alumni. So yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Shout out to Bay for
Hey, babe.
the quick news fix. But yeah,
Yes.
I'm excited to see. I'm really excited for all these planner conferences to be coming back. Like
Mhm.
we said last week, it's just a sense of normalcy and it's super cool. It is really cool.
It is really cool. And I mean, SGS, I think their tickets are on sale because I've seen some people buying tickets. SGS in
Mhm.
Florida is literally the very next weekend from CPC. So I'm kind of trying to see how that's going to work out. I've already talked to a couple people who said they cannot go to both. And so they are probably go or they had already planned on going to SGS, so that's where they're going. So I'm wondering how that might affect CPC's attendance, but at least like I said, like it's not a humongous conference. I mean, 500 people is definitely a lot of people, but it's not
Mhm.
like go wild size. So they might still be fine. But that's something to think about because the timing of those conferences being back to back is kind of wild.
Yeah, it's wild. Yeah.
Hmm.
That's interesting. I'm sure that wasn't purposeful, like it just happened that way.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, it just makes sense. I mean, I guess you don't know when everybody's conference is going to be when you're
Hmm.
booking with these hotels or whatever. But uh it's a choice because like I mean the price for SGS is 299. So
Hmm.
I mean, we're right at the same price point within
No,
a week
that's
apart.
cheaper. That's cheaper though.
By a
What
little bit.
is
What was CPC?
it's like
Like
$80
330?
cheaper. Yeah, no,
Oh.
375. So
Oh,
it's
okay,
not
okay.
a significant amount
Yeah.
cheaper, but if that's what if you make your decision based off of, then that makes a difference because that money can go to something else. That's 80 more dollars you got for a flight or whatever. And SGS tickets are already on sale. The alumni sale started on April 1st, and the
Mhm.
general admission sale is going to be April the 8th. So that's something to think about too. But I know there are so many people who are in the Chicago area. I know the Chicago Planner Conference is open to everybody, but the primary purpose of it was to serve the greater Chicago area of planners. So there's definitely nobody who's in Chicago who's going to choose SGS over CPC. It just
Yeah.
wouldn't make any sense for them to do that unless they just really want to go to SGS for some reason. So,
Yeah. Yeah,
no.
that's the benefit of these smaller ones to kind of get the people that are a little bit more local. So maybe it'll
Mhm.
work out. Also, again, another conference that don't have the date of the actual conference
Mm, that is my
in the
respect
bio.
peeve.
It is really a pet peeve, and they follow us, so I'm low key kind of like, should I slide in DMs? I mean, it's not. I guess it's not that big of a deal to them, so it shouldn't
Mhm.
be to me. But it's like, as a consumer, like, come on,
Yeah. Let's make it
it's not.
easier for people.
Yeah, you know.
Mhm.
I hope y'all listen. Like, it's not me being mean or anything. It's just
Mhm.
let people make it easier to come to your stuff.
Yeah, that's fair. That is very
Yeah,
fair. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how these play out so close together. Um,
I think
it's just
they'll be
crazy.
fine
Yeah,
ultimately.
I think so too.
Especially with them being in different parts of the country too. So,
Yeah,
you could pick by which is closer.
it's true. Or you could be like me and be like directly in between both of them.
Then you gotta, do the budget.
Then you
Hit
got a
up
decision to make.
J-Bay and see which
Right.
one is cheap.
Right. Which one is the most fiscally responsible for me to go to, JB?
We'll do the breakdown.
We'll do the breakdown. Yeah, we'll do the breakdown.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I think
it's
it'll be fine.
exciting. Seeing all these
Yeah.
planner conferences popping back up is just really, really exciting. I know, like I said, mostly I saw people who were bummed because it's people who would have gone to both of them,
Mhm,
but it's fine. Like if you can only go to one because of how close they are together, that's fine. And that's just opening up a spot for somebody who hasn't gone or somebody else who really wants to go to one to be able to go because these are a lot more limited than like a Go Wild is. I think
mhm.
SGS is probably around the same size of CPC, if not a little bit smaller. So, you know, it's fine.
Yes. Okay, hold on. Slight flex real quick on the show.
Mhm.
I posted in my stories and me putting my Harry Potter sticker on my Laurel Denise, and she
Mhm.
comment back like, "I 100% approve of this." I love
Aw.
her.
Shout out to Laurel. She's so sweet.
She is so sweet. And she approved of my fanatic Harry Potter-ish, so I love her even more.
I don't think she knows how deep it goes, but I'm sure she
Not
will
yet.
approve regardless.
Not yet. Hilarious.
Oh my
But
gosh.
yeah.
Yeah, but on that note, guys, we're gonna take a quick break. We will be right back. All right, guys. So we are back. Myra has fully caught up on Love Is Blind. I am so excited to talk
Oh,
to you
no,
about it. Oh
that's not
wait,
true.
what you had
I'm on
watched?
episode 8.
Oh, that's the last one
Oh,
until.
I'm halfway through it.
Oh, okay, so you're like mostly caught up. You're like
Yeah.
95% caught up
Oh, I thought I
on
had
Love
more.
Is Blind. Because they still have more episodes to release. They only released 3 this week. So we get
Oh,
more, I think, on April 7th, and then the last ones are like on April 14th.
okay.
Yep.
So,
See?
yay, look at me.
Look at you. I'm so proud. I'm so
So I was
proud.
quick to be like, no, I'm not.
I know,
Mm-mm.
I know. This season of Love is Wine has been giving. We're not going to talk too much about it here, but I did want to get Myra's first impressions of the cast. I guess we can keep it spoiler free from now for anybody who hasn't seen it. So just maybe don't say any names.
The overall cast, I would like to see a lot more sides inclusivity, but
Yes.
I do think they have been doing better with like different races, different
Mhm.
types of people there.
Mhm.
So, it was heavily POCs this
Yeah.
season. So
Mhm.
I can appreciate that.
Mhm.
I just would like some sides. And also like I think we kind of talked about this for before. Mind you, I don't know for sure, but it just seems like none of these people have kids, which
I
is
know.
kind of odd. And these some
Yeah.
people that like I like the age difference. Like we have some
Yeah.
like mid-20s to mid-30s kind of
Mhm.
people. I realistically I ain't had nobody that signed up that had a child. Like I just seem kind of
That's true. I could see. I mean, 'cause obviously there had to have been some people with kids who auditioned
yeah.
to be on the show. There's just no way. But one, I bet the pool of those people was probably very small compared to the pool of people who do not have children.
Yeah.
And two, I don't know, maybe, even if they made it through the casting process, maybe they were just very hesitant to actually go on the show because you're literally getting engaged to somebody who your child has not met and who has not met your child.
Yeah, that's true.
Yikes. And then
Yeah.
even like the optics of bringing somebody into your life, into your child's life that you've only known for what, 15 days by the time they get from, pods, honeymoon to back home, that would be insane. So as a
Yeah.
parent, I personally don't think
I
that
mean,
I
I
could
wouldn't do
go.
it.
Yeah, because I just couldn't do that to my kid. I'm not trying to judge anybody who might not feel that way, but that would just be a lot to me for a child, especially if you have like a small child. I could see like a teenager or a grown child, but if you have a small kid,
Yeah.
ooh, it's just a lot. I
And
mean,
most will probably
yeah,
be teenagers or under, honestly. Like, I don't
yeah,
see people having adult as unless they had like a kid really early
yeah,
on and
for
like in their
sure.
mid-30s or something. But I just feel like that is more realistic. But
Hmm.
for the semantics of it, people gonna have a lot to say. I could see that too. Like if
Oh
you
yeah,
go on and then allow your child to be around this person you just met a week ago, that is folks are gonna have something to say. So yeah, maybe that's the reason
yeah,
why they steer away from it.
yeah.
Also, I don't know what happened because usually the seasons before most people stay within the city or close,
Hmm.
like within hours. Like there's people in different states on this
Yeah,
cast,
that's true. That's true.
which makes
Yeah.
no sense to
Yeah. One
me.
more one more thing about the child thing too is people get a lot of slack every year on the Bachelorette, especially really not the men who come on the show with kids, but like the women who come on the show with kids. People are always dragging them like, "Oh, I can't believe you leave your child for this amount of time." Now, granted, on the Bachelor, you're leaving your kid for like 2 months, but also I've
Mhm.
seen on past seasons where they have brought their kids on like throughout the process to where the person you're getting engaged to at the end might not necessarily not have met your child. There's an opportunity for them to meet earlier on. So I don't know. It's definitely pros and cons to that. I know this is a totally different show, so maybe kids just don't work for the logistics of this show,
Yeah.
but they would definitely be dragging a parent, especially if it was a mother, up and down for having a child that they left for whatever amount of time. It wouldn't even matter. And yeah,
Yeah, it
with the
wouldn't matter.
casting thing, it's hard for me to believe that there weren't enough singles in Seattle for them to put on this show. So I truly think they just did the casting thing for just drama, just one more thing that the couples will have to fight over if they are from or live in different cities. And then that's another part of their marriage or something for them to figure out in their relationship, like what city you're going to be living in. And we've already kind of seen, without giving too
Mhm.
many spoilers, that
There's
is
a
a
few
big
couples, yeah.
part of drama for like a couple of couples. Yeah. So I literally think the producers just did that just to be messy as hell, which it worked.
I mean, it
So,
does work. It's
but
just
it
but
sucks
also
for
it's
them.
yeah, it kinda
Hmm.
has to I mean, I guess it's on the person too. Like one of the people were like, "Yeah, I don't want to leave my family, but
Hmm.
I'm willing to move." So I don't understand the logic in that. It sound like you're not willing to move, you're not willing to leave your family because Is the whole family gonna pack up and move? Probably
Yeah, it's
not.
weird.
For
Yeah.
you to be with somebody you met 9 days ago? Probably not.
I also
Um,
don't think it's fair for somebody to be like, "I don't wanna leave my family," but you fully expect your partners to leave theirs. I don't think that's
yeah,
fair.
like
That's
yeah,
not a
that's what
fair
I said, it's kinda on the
expectation.
cast member too, like, if you're gonna
Mhm.
be like and maybe they didn't know, I don't know. I would assume because you had to go to Seattle to be in the pods, right?
I think so.
So,
Mhm.
yeah, I just can't imagine, like, for if it was me right now, like, if I had to go to Seattle to be in these pods, like, I probably wouldn't go on the show because 'cause
Well,
I'm
here's
not
the
trying
thing,
to
because
move.
we don't really know. I wouldn't be surprised, especially since there has been 4 seasons of this show, if they have some sort of like central location for where the pods
Mm,
are. And they just it's
yeah,
called Love is Wine Seattle because that's where they primarily cast it, and that's where most of the cast is based. But it would just make like, are they really like renting out and decking out like a separate warehouse every single year? I mean, I guess they have the capability to do that, but it just seems like a big waste of money rather than having like a centralized location. If you know you're going to be doing the exact same show, nothing from the set has really changed from season to season. Like it could be the same location for all we
yeah,
know. But yeah, that's definitely like, especially if you're in the pods and you can't see people, that would be one of the first things to check somebody off my list. If we didn't live in the same place, like that's just an easy thing to knock somebody off for, and that's what you're kind of trying
yeah.
to do, you know. So but I don't even really see a lot of people talking in the pods about where they lived. So I don't know if it was just edited out or what.
I don't see a lot of them talking about nothing serious, to be honest, which also, like you said, could be
Well,
edited out, but it's never nothing serious. It's very
not.
superficial or phone
It goes
sex.
from 0 to 100. Like you'll hear
Mhm.
them talking about like something ridiculous, like their favorite color, and then you'll hear them talking about like childhood trauma. Like,
Yeah,
there's no in
yeah.
between. There's no in between at all.
It yeah, it just makes no sense. I
Mhm.
yeah. It's strange what they decide to air. Cause I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like if you're spending all this time in these pods with these people, like there's no way like where are we gonna live doesn't come up or, what do you think
Mhm.
about religion? Like stuff like that. It just seems like you can't just keep it at what's my favorite color? And
Yeah.
oh, here's my
Yeah.
childhood trauma. Like, how do
Oh,
you get
yeah.
there? You know?
They're definitely getting there, and
Yeah.
I wish the show did a better job at kinda showing, like, how much time they are spending together in the pods. 'Cause I think it was, like, a previous castmate from, like, another season, or somebody it might have been somebody from this season who just didn't make it out of the pods or whatever, but I saw a
Mhm.
TikTok where they were kinda talking about how much time they spent with people in the pods, and he said, like, they were exhausted because, like, one day he had, like, 3 dates in the morning, and they were all, like, an hour and a half, like, back to back to back. And then on the same day in the afternoon, he had like 3 more dates back to back to back for like an hour and a half. So this is just what, like 4.5 hours, 8, 9 hours for a whole day, literally just talking to people. My God, I would be exhausted. I would be so
Yeah, can you
exhausted.
imagine being an introvert in that situation too? Like, that's draining. But, I mean, I believe it
Very
because
draining.
like, even thinking about,
Hmm.
like, Drag Race, like, they spend 15-hour days on set, so, I mean, it makes sense.
Hmm. Oh, it's just
It's a long
exhausting. It's
time. Yeah.
grueling. It is grueling.
Which is
So,
also
what
like,
was
okay, I won't. This just too it makes too much logical sense for the show to make sense, because it's like, if
yeah.
you're exhausted talking to people, like, how are you really gonna connect,
That's
you
true.
know?
Or what if the
So, but
person that you
that's too
really
much
like,
logic.
or somebody that you could really like, is like your last date of the day and you're just so spent, you don't have
Yeah,
any energy to even give to them, so it just doesn't work out. You know what I'm saying? Like that would suck too.
yeah. You could miss your person.
Um, right, right. So on the first episode, at the end, I think of the first episode, there was a moment where one of the cast members fell asleep on somebody. What was your reaction to that? Because girl, I was screaming. I was yelling at the TV. I was so mad at the producers for not waking this person up. I was livid. I was
I felt
livid.
so bad for the other person. I felt so bad, but I also was, like, relatable because that would be me.
Literally, I
Especially
will
when
fall
you think
asleep.
about that probably was her last date
Mm,
of the day after doing
of the
6
day.
different other dates.
I know, I know. It was
Uh,
crazy. But I was screaming at the TV. I was so mad at the producers for not waking her up because I was just like, If this person misses out on this other person because of this, I'm going to be furious. I was going to be so
They
mad.
wrong. They wrong for that because they sent in other people, on
Mhm.
the women's side of the
Yeah.
pods to come get her. So y'all could have
Because they
did that.
wanted that moment. They wanted that moment to record, and they didn't want to show the producers. Like they didn't want to break the fourth
Hmm.
wall by having a producer go in and wake that person up because they wanted to show it. So that's why they did all that. I'm just like, y'all. I know y'all got some type of PA system or something to where y'all could have just yelled at her or played some loud music or something.
Or just edit it out.
That was so funny. That's when I
Because
knew
y'all
I was
could
invested in
totally,
the season. That's when I knew because I was very upset
yeah.
about that.
But the producers are doing their job. Like
Mhm.
they are doing their job.
Mhm.
It's They're doing good. They're doing
They
good.
are doing
So I
good.
mean, but
They
again,
are
like
doing
with these
good.
reality
Whew.
shows, you do kind of have to take a little bit of logic out of it because
Absolutely.
it
Absolutely.
it,
Yep.
it wouldn't be a good show if it was,
Right.
very level headed. Nobody would watch it. So
That's true. That's true. And you know what? I feel like personally I am getting my karma for this season because before the season started, when the preview started, I was ragging on how trash I just knew the men were about to be on this season because the men are always trash on Love is Blind. And I'm not saying we don't have any trash men, but the trashness falls a lot more on the women of this season. And I just have to, I'm not going to apologize, but I just have to correct the record that it's the women who are showing out and doing the absolute most this season, more so than the men. I'm kind of shook. I am kind of shook.
the producer said hashtag diversity.
Hey, look, women can be trash too.
Which
I
facts?
knew that.
Anybody could be
I knew
trash,
that. But yeah. Showing out, showing out. But yeah, guys, if y'all have
it's
not
interesting.
watched this season of Love is Blind, definitely give it a chance. Even if you've never watched it before, this is not the type of show to where you have to have watched previous seasons or anything like that.
Hmm.
It's a reality show, so you can pick it up at any point. This season has already been super, super entertaining. And once the season is over, we will be doing a Patreon exclusive in our Facebook group where we will be talking about all the details of the season, really doing a recap, going fully in, giving spoilers because we know a lot of people in our Patreon are following this season as well. So make sure you
Hmm.
join our Patreon if you're interested and hear that because we're gonna let loose. We're gonna let loose. We both have so many thoughts, and we just cannot wait until the season ends so we can really spill how we really feel about it. Mm.
Yeah, for sure. Meg, I'm so sad. This is a side tangent, but I'm so sad you
Hmm.
don't watch Drag Race and do not know the Let Loose reference because it is stuck in
Okay,
my head.
give me a review. Can you
Let
like fill
loose.
us in?
Let
Go
Loose
ahead,
is
help
literally
help
what I heard,
Renee.
Jamie.
You and
Oh
J
my
Bay explain
god.
it, okay? I would
So
like this to happen.
real quick. So Lucy LaDuca, this is her song that she sung for, like, they do like a little talent show at the beginning of this season. And she just
Mhm.
knew that she was going to be able to sing live and be so good, but it was so
Mm.
off key. So I don't know, did she release the song or is it just a TikTok thing and now the song is like blowing up?
I think it's like, yeah, like sampled from the episode when
Yeah.
she sang live. I mean, I'm
Ooh.
sure there's like a recorded version
Can we
where
put a
it
little
probably
clip
sounds more pleasing. Yeah.
in the show? I
It's
would love that.
Yeah, we could do that. It's not good.
That's
She was just
fine.
off key. She
I
was
just wanna
just
hear
off
it.
key. And so it's like it's kind of this running joke of like playing this song and you said it and now it's like stuck in my head.
It's time to get Lucy LaDuca.
Let loose, I said let loose. You're holding it together, baby. What's the use? Let loose, I said let loose. I'm giving you permission, you've got no excuse. Call me queen of the thunder.
So Lucy sings live,
Queen of our buzzer.
and it's definitely a
Turn up
choice.
the music and put on your dancing chair.
Absolutely a
Now
choice.
the synthesizer takes you as you toss your hair. Loosen up your buttons, this ain't like your prayer. When we stop dancing, it gets out of that hair. So you better beware.
Oh, period. I'm literally gonna look it up as soon as we're off, and if we're not gonna get copyright infringed or nothing like that, I would love it. to be in the
I
episode.
think a word associated with that moment was delusion.
Yes.
That's my
Yes.
favorite word. My
And
favorite
It
word
is.
is delusion.
I'ma let loose and just be like, I don't know where that word applies, but in this situation, it's somewhere.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, I was living for Lucy because I love a good delusional girl, but I love delusion grounded in reality.
There
So
we
that's
Mhm.
go.
why I'm like very
Mhm.
much team Lux because she is very delusional and she is very confident, but she is grounded in reality with it
I
too.
love that. I
Yeah,
love that.
Lucy is not.
Yeah.
But
Delusion
Lucy
for the
can
sake of
turn a book,
delusion
so
is not cute. Mm-mm.
yeah,
I
you
love
gotta
it.
watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will. I
This
will.
was a good season. It wasn't no like
I got y'all.
filler stuff, like no queen, like no double eliminations.
Is this the
So
season that Todrick said was gonna be only an hour and y'all could stay mad? But he was wrong.
and he was absolutely wrong. Yep,
Was it an hour?
it
It's
is.
supposed to be an hour and a half or something like that? Or how does that
Yeah,
go?
for a long time, the episodes were an hour and a half, and then you get a 30-minute untucked. So you were like watching Drag Race every week for 2 hours. They cut it
Oh,
down, the main
gotcha.
show, to an hour because of his WeHo show.
Uh,
I'm
what happened to
assuming,
his WeHo show?
allegedly.
Did it end?
It
It
was
was
only
only
I
like
think
6
that's why.
Yeah, it
episodes,
was only like 6 episodes,
and no one liked it. Ooh.
and
Todrick.
everybody hated it. Everybody
There's
hated it, and I
nobody who
think it was
puts their
because of
foot in their mouth
him.
like Todrick. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
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 It's because of him, because I think the show had potential. Like they had a good time spot. It's right after, Drag Race, and then
Mm-hmm.
people are still gonna like keep it on because after that, Untucked came on.
Gotcha.
So,
They
Gotcha.
played
but
us. They tried to
they
play
did play
us.
us.
But that was
Yeah.
never a good idea for them to cut 30 minutes out of a beloved show for
Hmm.
another
Oh,
show,
and
especially a show with an asshole like Todrick on it who's gonna brag about it.
Yes.
That'd be
and this
wrong.
season they were like, we're gonna have 15 queens on the first episode, or however many, right? It's 15. And so like
Yeah.
we were all like, how? We couldn't do this with an hour and a half. How are you gonna fit 15 queens in
Right.
an
Yeah.
So it
hour?
was
And I think
less
that
when they had more
first.
time. It was
Yeah,
less queens
well,
when they
I
had
think
more
they had
time.
they still had 15, 16 queens with more time. So
Oh, gotcha, gotcha,
they just had
gotcha.
No,
less
this
time.
season they
Same.
added more queens.
Oh, they did? So,
Yeah, there was like 3 or 4 extra queens this season.
oh yeah, I mean, well, I kind of count Sugar and Spice as one.
Oh, ooh.
But yeah, I guess you're right in that point. But I think the first episode they did limited commercials or something like that.
Mm,
But I don't know, it didn't help because up until like I'm just now really starting to like truly enjoy it, and it's because it's an hour and a half now. Like I
yeah,
get
yeah.
more because you need to be able to connect with people. Hence,
Gotcha,
Love is
gotcha.
Blind. Like I need to be able
Yeah,
to understand like who these people are, and you can't do that when you have 15 queens and an hour
yeah.
show
That's
with
true. That's
15 minutes
true.
of commercial. Like
Yeah,
Mhm.
you can't do
yeah.
that.
That's why
So,
I like Big Brother so much because you get the live feeds, so we get to
mhm,
watch them basically 24/7, and that's how you really get to know people. If you just watch the regular show, that even though we get a few hours of the show every week, it's still just not enough because it's
yeah,
too many people. You cannot get to know them without that. So that
yeah,
makes sense.
yeah.
That makes
That was
sense.
just a
Mm,
bad move. And they
yeah.
just went to MTV this year, so it was
Where did it
weird.
used to be on VH1?
Yeah.
For the longest, and it was on Logo before that, so it hopped around a bit.
What? First of all, y'all, I got a bone to pick with MTV. So now, in addition to just getting 24 hours of ridiculousness, we just get like an hour and a half of Drag Race too. Like, change it up. I guess this was their attempt to change it up, but this is not enough. Like, what?
Oh my god, the way people on TikTok drag MTV for having ridiculousness.
Ridiculous. And they have so much good programming. MTV has
They
so
do.
much good program. They could literally just
Even
play
old
all
stuff.
of their old
Yeah.
reality. I mean,
Mhm.
they have 25 or 30 seasons of The Real World.
Yeah.
Why isn't
Yeah.
that on?
Oh, I think
But
I
we
heard
get
something. So, like, early 2000s, like, shows, they would just put in, like, music that was popular at the time, and so, like, one of the big issues is,
Oh, I
like,
heard that.
because all of that stuff is, like, trademarked, like, they don't have the licensing because they started enacting all those rules, and so they
Mhm.
can't technically play all of that footage unless they go through and like try and scrub
Yeah.
out.
I heard
Oh,
that
because
about
you said because of the
making a band.
music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
the
it's a
music is a big
copyright
part
issue.
of
That's why
it.
you can't find making a
Yeah.
band anywhere,
Yeah, that's true.
which
And
is
I feel like
wild.
it with the real world, it should be a lot easier, but it would still be a lot of. This is MTV we're talking about. They can hire a couple interns to go through and scrub all the old episodes of all that copyrighted music and put some copyright free stuff in. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just
In
it's
this
just
Yeah.
economy.
BS. Come on.
Oh,
It
our
is just
drag MTV
BS.
corner, but yeah, come on.
Literally.
24
MTV do
hours of
better.
ridiculousness is wild. Yeah.
Ridiculousness ain't it. It ain't
Mm-mm.
it. I can't. But I have seen like old seasons of Real World popping up on different platforms. I think it's on like maybe Peacock or Paramount or something like that. You can find a few seasons of the Real World in a few different places. I love the Real World. I really, really love that show. I love lots of MTV reality shows. I wish they would bring back. Hell, VH1 has a million amazing reality shows. I love New York, Flavor of Love. Like they have so much programming that they could play.
It must be copyright stuff. Because the only way that I had to download and physically buy Flavor of Love to
Mhm.
rewatch it. I can't find it on streaming
Stop being
anywhere.
cheap. Stop being cheap, MTV. They're just being cheap because ridiculousness is ridiculousness.
It's ridiculously
It's-
good.
It's just ridiculous.
Oh my God. All
Stop
this
being
from
cheap.
Let Loose.
Let
Loose.
loose.
Literally. There we go. The
Meg,
name
you
of this
gotta hear it
episode.
though. It's oh my God,
I'ma look
Kim Lee,
it
I would
up.
die.
Yes. I already put it on the title. As soon
Yeah.
as y'all started talking about it, I was like,
Oh,
yep, there we go. Easy
yay.
peasy.
Oh my God, it's
I
gonna be
love this
stuck
for
in your
us.
head, but it sounds so bad. It sounds so bad.
Okay. I'm excited.
Oh my God.
Next
But yes, Love
thing
is Blind.
is we're done. We talked about that.
Oh, we're done. Okay.
Because we can't talk too much because we want to spoil it. And like I said, Facebook Live in our Patreon group. Join it. If
Oh
you're
yeah,
not
we
signed
said
up,
that.
it will be
Yeah.
coming. Like as soon as the season is over, we're gonna get into it because it's gonna be good. We gotta drag every episode and every person, almost every person. So
For sure. I'm looking forward to
I'm excited.
that.
Yes, me too. Next thing we want to talk about is Myra's taste test. Y'all, Myra is always trying like new and strange things from the grocery store.
Patrons know. This is
Me
how I got
too.
Meg to buy the pink sauce.
This is exactly why I tried the pink sauce on the Facebook Live. Yep, because of Myra. So, Myra, what is your most recent taste test? And let us know your thoughts and if we should try it.
Okay. So I just have my coffee here, but I've been seeing the girls find Chobani's white chocolate raspberry creamer. And I tried that in here. It's just okay. I will try it again because sometimes it depends on like how you make your coffee and stuff too.
Yeah.
So I will try it again. It's just okay. It is overwhelmingly raspberry. Like I don't taste any
I was about to
chocolate.
say, if you don't love raspberry, should you stay away from this?
Yes, because it's
Okay.
very strong. Because usually sometimes like when you do like a white chocolate enter fruit here, it's
Yeah.
more chocolatey than the fruit
Yeah,
part, you
that's what I
know.
would expect.
But this is
Yeah.
this one is very much so more raspberry. And I have like what did I add? Like white chocolate like syrup. I have
Mhm.
that. And I added that and I still just taste raspberry. So I mean it's just I'll try it again. It's just okay. And then
Okay.
my peeps, Pepsi.
Girl. Now
It is
this is
Pepsi
what
X Peeps collab.
I'm not
The
gonna try
2023
this,
special edition.
let us know what you think about
And
it.
y'all know if y'all listen to the show, y'all fans of the show, that I like the weird candy. So I love Peeps. I'm not a fan of Pepsi, but I love Peeps so much that I was willing to try it. And it's pretty good. It tastes like a cotton candy, like cola. I would compare
that
this
sounds
to
good.
it's really good. So like if y'all
Yeah.
remember the Dream World Coca-Cola, it was in like the blue can that was limited for a
Mhm.
minute. It tastes like that. It reminds me of that. So if you
I
like
didn't
that,
try
you
that
would like the
either.
Peep soda. Oh, yeah. But it is really good.
Oh my
It's really, really
gosh.
good.
I love
I
this
do
for
like it.
you. Okay, so you
Yeah,
would buy it.
yeah, I mean, it ain't probably gonna be there too long with Easter being next weekend,
Yeah,
but I might
that's
buy
true.
another. And I like to get these little like 12 packs of these. Well, maybe it's 6. I don't know how many is in there, but
Yeah. The little
These
baby
like just a little
cans.
taste. Yeah, just a little
Yeah.
taste, whatever. So yeah, definitely try it. Get it now because if it's Thursday, you literally have like 3 more days. It's
Yeah,
probably
that's
like
true.
phasing off of the shelves, but it's worth a try
It's just worth a
if you
try.
like sweet stuff.
I might try it. I might try it. I'll think about it. I just
Yeah.
don't go to the grocery store. We do pick up every single week, and like if Dallas will go pick it up, and if we have things that like they didn't have or something, he'll be the one who goes in the grocery store to like get other
Mm,
stuff. So I'm never in the grocery store because I hate it. This is a pandemic thing
yeah.
for me. Like I just
Yeah, I
cannot.
hardly go in, but
Yeah.
yesterday we ran out of stuff to make tacos. We had
Mm.
enough to feed Ashton. I hate that too. This is one thing I do not like as being a parent is having enough to feed your child, but you have to figure out something else as a parent.
I
So
agree.
that's what
I
happened.
agree. Yeah, because they're the
And
first
that's why I was
priority.
in the
They are the
store.
first person to
Yeah.
eat in the
Yeah.
house. 100%.
Which is like,
That's true.
it's annoying. But yeah, I heard I like follow a lot of coffee girlies, so I heard about that creamer. So I was like, oh, I'll
Mhm.
check, and it was there. And I just happened to just be in a Coke aisle and found this. So
Okay, question. What is your all-time favorite soda? If you could only have one soda in the world for the rest of your life and all the rest of them were gone, what would be your pick? And J-Bay, I want you to listen too. And watch J-Bay be like, I don't even like soda. Are you gonna say that, J-Bay?
I feel bad and called out.
I just knew it. I knew it, J-Bay. Well, what's your favorite drink? Tell us your all-time favorite drink, only drink you could have for the rest of your life. What would it be, even if it's not soda?
Let's see. Right now, I think I'm going to go with like the lime Topo Chico.
J-Bay, log off. Just log out for me. Just log out.
Okay,
I like the
goodbye.
lime one.
I know,
I
J-Bay
do like
knows.
the lime one. Meg does not mess with the Choco Chip. None of the sauces.
The Choco Tipo.
Don't mess with them. The lime one is good. Which one did you have in Atlanta that you didn't like? Was it just lemon?
It was a lemonade or lemon, something like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. It's not I didn't like. I mean, I just didn't. It's just
If
it's
you're
just
looking to cut
neutral.
out soda, then it's a great
Yeah.
Yeah.
alternative.
Mhm.
Mm.
I don't think Meg's looking at
That
I'm
wasn't the
not.
question.
And
That's
I'm
what she
not.
said.
What about you, Myra?
For me, I don't really do soda too much, but my all-time favorite is Baja Blast. Every time that comes
Dallas
out, I do get a
loves
case.
Baja Blast.
It's
Yeah,
so
every time we go to
good.
Taco Bell, he always gets a Baja Blast.
I like their
Okay.
freeze too. Yeah. We don't really go to
Yeah.
Taco Bell too often, so yeah, we do.
Mm-hmm.
When we do get it, but it's good. It's good.
Okay, gotcha. Y'all know mine is cherry Coke is my number one, and Coke is number two. That's the list.
I would have thought you were like a vanilla Coke girly.
You know what? I will get a cherry vanilla Coke with lime at Sonic, but I do not buy vanilla Coke like in the can. I don't like it like that, but I do like it at Sonic
Mm.
though.
Well, you know,
Mhm.
they use the actual syrup too.
Yeah,
So it
yeah,
probably
yeah.
tastes better. Yeah.
I think it tastes way better, and it just tastes fresh. And then Sonic's Cokes are
Yeah.
pretty crisp. McDonald's has the best Coke on the planet for some reason. I don't know why.
It's
But
spicy.
It
it's so
is
spicy.
spicy.
It's so spicy. Yep, yep. I love it. I love it. I never expected Pepsi to have a Peeps Pepsi, but you know, maybe we'll give it a try.
The collab nobody needed, but
Nobody asked
Myra
for.
apparently.
Maybe they'll do a candy corn collab. Would you go for a candy corn
I would try
Pepsi?
it. I would try it.
Report back.
If there is a collab, that's the only way I'm drinking Pepsi. I do not like Pepsi. And
Yeah,
I
you don't
think
mess
that's
with
why
Pepsi.
this works because Pepsi is sweet as a cola
Mhm.
on its own.
It
So I think
is.
that's why it works together.
It just kind of enhances it. That
Yeah.
makes sense. That totally
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not a Pepsi. I'll drink Pepsi if I don't have a choice. But if I have a choice between Coke and Pepsi, it's always Coke.
It's the
Period.
fastest way to get me not to go to your restaurant again.
Literally. Or event. Okay. But
Mhm.
no shade to Pepsi. If y'all want to sponsor an episode or two, we'll
Look, we have scrapped this episode. So
We'll add
Jimmy,
Danny
cut all
to
this
the
out.
feed.
Cut all this out, right?
No, we'll just bring Danny on. He can be the
There we go.
person.
He will go in and talk about his love for Pepsi. We love that. We love that.
Oh, that's real.
He really loves Pepsi.
Oh, I thought he was trolling us. Yeah.
No, but we trolling him now.
We trolling him now. We love you, Daddy.
In spite of the
Wow.
fact that you love Pepsi.
Right. In spite of.
Oh,
Uh Something that happened this week that we definitely wanted to mention, and this is a trigger warning for some violence that occurred in Nashville this past week. There was another school shooting in Nashville, literally within 10 minutes of my office that I go into a couple days a week, where some children and some adults unfortunately lost their lives to senseless gun violence. There's been lots of protests around like the Tennessee Capitol. People in Nashville and around the state and the country have been showing up and showing out and letting their voices be heard to let our lawmakers know this is just not okay and it's unacceptable that this keeps happening. And, unfortunately, a lot of the people in charge in this country, their priorities are, banning books and drag shows instead of guns. The thing that are actually killing people, the number one killer of children actually is firearms. And I don't know how much more this has to happen, and I don't know how much more I can take of this happening, to be totally honest.
yeah, it's very frustrating. And as being parents of children that is going into school,
Mhm.
in public school. I mean, although this wasn't that a public school period, it don't matter,
Yeah, school
public, not
period.
whatever, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It's really annoying and it's overwhelming. I know we kind of talked about this being like such a big moment for like our kids and being super
Hmm.
excited for them, but it saddens me to think that as normal as like a tornado drill and an earthquake drill was for me growing up, like it's
Yeah.
going to be normal for Ashton to have an active shooter drill.
Yep.
And that just irks me. That irks me
Yep.
so much. It just should not be the reality. Like, and I know this isn't like school related, but literally at the end of the month, we have like a lot of compliances. And one of our
Hmm.
compliances this month was an active shooter drill. And it's like for that to be the norm to where it's
Yeah.
like we need to have a training on this and you have to meet compliance and legit like have an escape plan. Like we have a video escape plan of our
Yeah.
office that we have to do every 3 months, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
6, but it shouldn't be normal. Like, why are we're instead of, like, going to the root of the problem and fixing it and putting some parameters around it so we don't have to worry about this just as a society and especially for our children,
Yeah.
we're making training around it instead of
Hmm.
getting to the root of the problem.
It's like there has been a level of acceptance by a lot of people in this country, unfortunately, that this is just how things are. So we have to adapt to it.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously, that's the solution for a lot of things. It shouldn't be the solution for children dying in school and old people dying in grocery stores. That we just got to deal with it. That's just a part of American life because it doesn't have to be. And it's not a part of life everywhere. And my thing is like, even if you don't think certain things are going to work, why aren't we willing to literally try everything and throw everything at the wall until something does work? I mean, even if just one more life is saved by doing everything that we can do, I think that's good enough. I think that's more
Mhm.
than enough. And it's just frustrating to know that thousands of lives could be saved and would be saved if we were willing to do everything we could. And it just sucks that so many people aren't, and so many people who have positions of power just don't care. Like there's a Tennessee legislator. I don't know what his name is. His name really doesn't matter because he sucks. But it was like a clip of him. They asked him about violence, and he basically was just like, that's just how it is, and we just got to deal with it. But then there was a past clip of him talking about drag shows in Tennessee, and he was like, "Oh no, we're not going to take that. We're not going to stand for that." Why don't you have even an ounce of the anger towards gun violence that you have towards harmless, fun drag shows? Like, I just don't understand it, and that's just like it just defies all logic because it's not logic based. It's purely just hatred and evil, and just fundamentally not caring about other people and not caring about what's actually important. You know what I'm saying? It just sucks. Like, why is somebody like him living off of our tax money?
Yeah, it's just wild. It's
It
it's
just
kind of
sucks.
treated as if it's a national disaster. It's treated like a
Mhm.
tornado. It's treated like an earthquake, like it's something that we can't control when we can.
We
This isn't
can.
natural. This isn't something that just happens. Like we totally have the ability to take control of it, to save
Mhm.
people lives from it. And
Mhm.
it's just mind blowing to me that it's treated on the same level as if this was some kind of hurricane.
Yep.
That
Yep.
nobody can control, like, all you can do is
Mhm.
just prepare for it kinda
Right.
thing, and
Right.
it's just accepted like that. It's so wild that that is the American society. I was, like, watching this TikTok, and I'll grab the link because I think I still got it, and I'll put it on, in the show notes, but it
Mhm.
was just about this family who like took a trip to Japan and they thought this little girl was sitting with a woman, but the girl got up. She was probably about 6 or 7, got up,
Mhm.
left, and was, walked off on her own. And they end up talking to their friend that they were visiting. And that the friend was like, yeah, all the time, children of young ages, like they run errands, they do stuff on their own because as a society in Japan, it has just been known that the adults of that society take care of the children and do whatever, so
Mm.
they don't even have to worry about them being harmed or getting harmed, or if they need
Wow.
help, an adult will help them, so it's
Right.
nothing for them to send their 6-year-old to go get something from the store, on the
Yeah.
train, walking down the
Yeah.
street by themselves, and it's just how is that how is it just not our responsibility to make sure our children are safe? By
Right.
bare minimum of passing a freaking law. Like, we don't even have to
Right.
do anything
Mhm.
physically, just make sure that a law is
Mhm.
passed to make sure that all of our children are safe.
Yep.
It's wild.
Yep,
It's
and a
wild.
lot of people just don't care until it personally affects them, or some people
Mhm.
still don't care even when it does personally affect them because one
Yeah.
of the victims in this shooting was our governor's wife's best friend. This lady who was literally supposed to come to their house that night, the governor's house that night for dinner, died in a school shooting. You think that changes anything about what he's going to do or the things that he's going to push forward? No, and that's a real that I mean that is the epitome of just heartless and just absolutely soulless. And there was this other congressman I saw who was talking about gun violence this week. And unfortunately, Tennessee is one of those states that is banning books and doing all these checks and balances of the books that are in classrooms and things like that. And that congressman said dead kids can't read. So y'all are so concerned about banning these books and you're not doing a damn thing about these guns and dead kids cannot read. And I haven't heard anything more poignant than that. Anything that's just like straight to the point than that. So it's
Yeah.
just the priorities of some of these people in this country are just so messed up for absolutely no reason. I'm just tired of it. Like you said, like me and you were just talking about how excited we were for our kids to start kindergarten and be in elementary school. And it's like that excitedness that we feel, it has to come with like an asterisk. Like we're excited, but we're scared to death. And it's like it's not just me being scared now that I have a child who is school age. I've felt like this literally since I can remember. Like since the biggest shooting that I can remember, since I was old enough to really understand it, was what happened at Sandy Hook. And it's just like the
Mhm.
fact that Sandy Hook didn't even change anything. It's just like what will like well, why does that have to take this? It's just really sad. And I just really hope that people can, find it, in their hearts and their souls or whatever to just do the right thing because this is just really not like a Democrat Republican issue. This is truly just like a right and wrong. And it's wrong to continue to let our kids die in school. And don't do shit about it because we're not doing shit about it.
Yeah.
Active shooter trainings and stuff only do so much. That does not guarantee anybody's life.
It's not a movie. Like the
Yeah.
training gonna turn me into Rambo. Like
Right.
it's still like it just shouldn't be a reality. It just
No.
should not just be a reality. That's something that we just have to like quote unquote prepare for. It
Yep.
it's
Yep.
overwhelming. I feel you. Like I that's how I felt about Sandy Hook too. It's just it was so like kind of feeling helpless because it's like
Mhm.
they were babies and y'all didn't
Literally.
even do anything to protect babies, literal
Nope.
babies.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. It's
Yeah. It's just
frustrating.
it's
Yeah,
horrible. And
yeah.
like obviously our prayers and condolences go out to all the families and friends who were unfortunately touched by this horrible tragedy. But unlike some of y'all who talking about thoughts and prayers, we actually do put, action behind our words and we
Mm.
vote. The way we need to vote to try to get people in power who are going to do something about this. And that's literally what y'all can do too. Like that is the absolute bare minimum. It doesn't cost you anything to do some research and vote, not just on your own interest, but on the interest of our society. I think that's the problem. So many people vote for their own interest and they're not voting for the greater good and what's actually best for the society and the world that we live in. So do better. Everybody just needs to do a lot better and do everything that they can to stop this from happening because it's just horrible.
Yeah. Yeah. It shouldn't be our norm. It just
Nope.
shouldn't.
It should not. It should not at all. We got quite a bit of world news this week. So something else on a much, much brighter note. Donald Trump has been indicted following an investigation into a hush money payment scheme. That is the headline on CNN. Yeah, I'm not gonna act like I
Brighter
wasn't
note for
super
us.
happy when that happened. Yeah, I was very happy when that happened because Trump is a criminal. Trump has been a criminal for a very long time, and it's time for the law to finally do its thing. So I'm glad that the laws have finally caught up with him. It was making me sick to my stomach. All this I was hearing about, oh well, they don't know if they want to, charge him with anything because he's a potential presidential candidate. I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
Girl.
Okay,
The rest of the
lock him
world is
up.
like, this is so ghetto.
So
Oh,
ghetto. So ghetto.
oh.
But yeah, Trump is gonna have his day in court, hopefully. If y'all want to read about everything that happened, I mean, it's literally on every single news source you can find out there. We're not gonna go into the details of it. All I know is he guilty. That's all I know.
Period.
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 That's all I know.
Here's why we probably wouldn't be in the jury or anything, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And let's be very
yeah.
clear, because I was thinking about this the other day. I would never want people to think that I'd blame Trump for the state of America, even though he has a lot to do with the state of America. This is things that have always existed in America, and unfortunately, the Trump presidency has just kind of brought it more to the forefront. But Trump didn't invent racism or xenophobia or anything like that. But his presidency, this really brought rise to the resurgence of all this stuff, but it's always been there. It's always, always, always been there. So I just want to make that very clear that this was a group effort. This was a group project between him and a lot of people. Okay. I just want to be very clear
Yeah.
about that because I was
Yeah.
thinking about that
Trump
the other
isn't the
day.
cause. He's the product.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like his presidency is the product of years and years and evil
Yep.
people.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the
So
the racism, the homophobia, the xenophobia, the all the things have always been very much a part of America and American society. And like you said, he was just a product of, whatever them people have been cooking up for all these years. We don't care about them, but mm, can't stand him. Can't wait to see him in a jumpsuit that matches his face, orange. So on that
yeah,
note,
I just yeah. I hope it goes in our favor for sure. I really
me too.
hope it does. Yeah.
Me too. It's just right. It's just the right thing. Like I said, it's just
Mhm.
really just right or wrong. But yeah, guys, on that note, this has been an episode, lots of highs and lots of lows, just like the state of our country and world right now. We are glad that we can share our thoughts and opinions and feelings with you guys. And we want y'all to share with us too. Let us know what you think of this episode. Comment on our Instagram if you're in the Patreon, sound off in the Facebook group. Let us know how you are feeling about just the things that have been going on in our society lately. And we hope that we can be there for you guys too. I hope this show is a comfort to y'all, because honestly, talking to y'all is a big comfort to me as well. So yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to know that, people feel how we are feeling and get it, you
100%.
know?
Very
Yeah.
validating. Mhm.
Yeah.
Very, very
You don't yeah.
validating.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Let
guys, check
loose.
out Let Loose and check out plannersandwine.com. Check out patreon.com/planners and wine to join in all the fun things coming up in our Patreon. We absolutely love our Patreon crew. We just did an update to our tiers, so make sure y'all go check
Mhm.
those out and join us. If you've been thinking about it, it is a great time to join because we'll be doing lots of things with our Facebook group coming up over the next couple of months. And if you just want extra content, extra bonus episodes and things like that, we have a tier for that as well. So definitely
Mhm.
check us out.
Yeah, excited for the changes over in Patreon. And we have a lot of amazing guests coming up. April's going to be
Mm-hmm.
fun. May is going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, y'all get ready. I'm so excited.
Yes. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Enjoy the Patreon. And yeah. Thank y'all for listening. We will talk to y'all soon.
Bye, guys.